going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review of King JC called The Next Episode. Y'all should know who King JC is by now. This right here is his album number 7. All right, and this is the real deal. This is the tape here, and there was like 2 prints. So the first one was a clear one with the stamp, and then they had this label as well. So I got this from King JC himself. Shout out to him for hooking me up with this tape. All right, so this is probably one of my favorite King JC tapes that he ever made, and you know, I'm a big supporter of him, man. So I mean, he made plenty of albums and mixtapes over the years, man. So, and I have a couple other tapes of his that I will review in the near future, so be on the lookout for that. I'll give y'all the credits who made the beats. It was just King JC himself, and the features, I'll go down the list as I go down the tracks. All right, let me zoom this here. Should be able to see it. All right, so the first one is called Black Haven. This features Pistol Grip. That was from Sack and Family. This is a really nice track, man. This is a nice way to start off this album. The beat is nice. The hook is really catchy. JC coming through with some good vocals. Pistol Grip comes through with a dope verse as well. And overall, this is a nice little banger for the first track here. The next one is The Next Episode. That's the actual name of the song. And this is a really laid back cut for JC, and he comes through with some really nice verses, and the way he raps on there is on point, man. And he has a nice little sample from one of the songs that I've heard. You know, they'll say "till the next episode." I think it's a Dr. Dre, I can't remember, but this is a really nice track as well. Not bad at all. Gunning for You, this is a banger right here. And you, once that beat knocks in, man, you already know it's gonna be off the hook. And JC coming through with some crazy verses, man. I think he was just mad at the world on this track. Man, the way he flows on there is on point. The second verse is even better. You know, he goes off, man. I'm not sure who he dissing, but he gotta be dissing somebody, man. But anyway, this is probably one of my personal favorite tracks off of the album. The Take a Ride, M-Town. This is a pretty nice track from JC. He had a couple of other versions of this song. I think there's another one I like as well that was on the part 6 or part 5. I have the part 5, by the way. I can't remember, but I have to look it up. This is pretty much like a remix, I should say. He comes through with some pretty solid verses. Overall, not bad of a track. Then the next one is My Dear. This is a banger from JC, man. He talking about a little female on this song, and he talking about his encounter with her and things of that nature. And the hook is from another song that I recognized when I was listening to it. I'm not gonna say the sample, but I remember hearing the song. I was like, oh, that's where it's from. This is a nice track right here for those that's into the women content and things of that. Flip It to Side 2 is Once Again Is On. And this track right here, it's a faster tempo song for JC, and I wasn't feeling it at first, but then it started to grow on me later as I was listening to it. I'm like, you know what, this track ain't bad, man. And JC come through with some really nice vocals, man. Pretty much spitting game on what to do and to make ends meet. You gotta hear the lyrics to see what he's saying on here. Nothing But the Funk. Now this is another banger from JC, man. I love when that beat kicks in, man. It's, to me, I've always found this beat so original, man. Like, I've never heard a track like this before. You know what I'm saying? And then JC does a little singing on the hook, and he comes through with some really nice verses, man, and he gives shots out to the crew and stuff like that. I was very impressed with this one right here. This is probably one of my personal favorites off of the album. And the Wind is on some eerie, wicked stuff, man. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story, man. I remember playing this song with the wifey. When she heard it, she's like, man, this song sound kind of weird, when I played it. But she was like, but I kind of like it though. And I was like, what? I said, that's what's up. So we was playing this song together, man, just bumping it. The hook is on some scary stuff. Blown in the wind, blown, blown, blown in the wind. And then JC comes through with a nice verse. I'm trying to figure out what he says on that other part of the hook. I'll figure it out. But this is another nice little track. I wish it was a little longer. Break 'Em Off. This features Eclipse the Lyrical Assassin. I figured that out. I wasn't sure who it was, but I remember JC gave him a shout out on a couple of songs ago. But if y'all heard this track before, y'all know this is really on point with the beat, and that sample on there is really nice, man. And Eclipse come through with a pretty decent verse, and then JC rips this track up, man, cleans it up, does a really nice job on this one here. Playalistic. This features the Second Family, you know what I'm saying? This right here was the opener for me when I heard this song for the first time, man. I remember I was on mtownrap.com, for those who remember that website. This was back in, I think it was like 2000, 2001. And it was a radio, I guess it was some type of internet radio that was playing. And I heard this track and I was like, oh my God, man, this song is on point. I was like, who sings this song? So I'm trying to do my digging, you know what I'm saying? Trying to find out who sings it. And came to find out it was King JC who made this track with the Second Family. And this is a very awesome track. This is pretty much, to me, a classic. You know what I'm saying? It's a Memphis classic. Second Family came through with some really dope verses. JC came through with a really nice verse, and I'm digging this song right here. Very eerie, the beat is on point, the hook, playalistic in this junk, representing from the dough. You know what I mean? It's on point, man. This is another one of my favorite tracks off of the album, man. So that's all the songs that I review for this tape. And I pretty much review all of them, man. And so y'all know I don't do ratings on cassette tapes as much, but I will say this is probably one of my favorite tapes out of Memphis, man. And it's a shame that a lot of people may not be aware of this tape, and especially from Memphis, man. If you're from Memphis, I'm pretty sure you should know who King JC is. And the music that he's put out over the years has been amazing, man. And it's like he gets better with time. So with that being said, I'm glad that I have this tape of my own. I'm sure you can listen to this on the streams, but some of the songs are missing on the streams. I don't know, maybe due to copyrights or something. But like I said, man, this is probably one of my favorite tapes from Memphis. And I'm glad to have this in my collection. With that being said, check it out when you get a chance. Shout out to King JC for coming out with a dope album. Shout out to all the features that was on here. And that's it. Much love to the real folks. And I'll be on here back with another review. All right. Peace out, guys.